And lo, the party is surrounded. It's an ambush. All right, guys, roll for initiative. I got a 12.
17.
I got a nat 1.
Too bad, wrong half the rogue. Looks like the goblin horde gangs up on you for... oh boy. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm gonna need to see a character sheet. Sorry about that.
This game sucks! You're the worst DM ever!
Wrong half, buddy. You know it's not my fault you have bad luck. Yeah, nah, wrong half's right, Jeremy. This bland old, boring old D&D just ain't for me. Oh yeah, Adrian? What do you propose we play instead?
I would like to turn into a car.
Nah, we did that last week.
What about the all-new Mischief TTRPG by the Drimbus crew? I hear they have some pretty sick expansions too, like Vampirism and Sailing and... both at the same time?
Oh boy, that sounds like a real hoot and a half. Sailing the seven seas, sucking blood, causing havoc everywhere we go. Let's fire up a session right now. I mean, that sounds cool and all, but we don't know how to play yet.
Might I recommend tuning in to the latest season of Dungeons and Drimbus? We can learn the rules while listening to a swashbuckling journey of blood and bountiful pirate booty.
Well, I do like booty.
Sounds epic! Tell us more, Tin Man!
The Vampirates seek fortune, run from their demons, and discover dark secrets as they sail the stormy source seas. All played with the Mischief TTRPG with Vampirism and Sailing expansions. Like all Drimbus seasons, Blood and Booty is a standalone adventure in the Drimbus universe, with full immersive sound design, big action scenes, and even bigger personalities. The cast of professional actors bring their comedy A-game, plenty of heart, and only occasional outrage at the horrors inflicted upon them. Episodes published every Friday.
Oh wow, they got quite the backlog too. They're nearing the Blood and Booty Act 2's finale pretty soon, so we got a bunch of story to check out all at once, huh guys? Indeed. Tin Man, cue up the first episode of Blood and Booty post-haste.
Understood. Beginning podcast playback now.
Ye are about to listen to Blood and Booty, a naughty, nautical, actual play adventure of Vampirates. Blood and Booty is played with Mischief, the free TTRPG by Drimbus, paired with the Vampirism and Pirate expansions. Feel free to check it out at mischiefrpg.com. And as always, Dungeons and Drimbus is rated R for rude language, rough violence, and raunchy humor. It's a time before the great courts of law. A time before mire plagues. A time when travel is limited, the seas are dangerous, and everyone does their best to simply survive. This is a time where the world is still vast, with myriad dark corners that few dare explore. And in those dark corners lurk monsters. And right now, those monsters are hungry. You've tracked down this particular band of rogues as they've terrorized small town after small town down the southern edge of the Opal Coast. The carnage they have left behind is disturbing, and the loot they must have run away with is surely staggering. Currently, these vagabonds are holed up in some sort of church/town center. 6 men, no, animals, lounge about. Rough around the edges, crude, unkempt, and basking in their latest atrocity here at Baker's Bay. At the altar lies a chest, surely full of plunder. Crew of the Sea's Ire, the captain has given you the go-ahead to unleash hell. What do you do?
Who's hell and why are we unleashing him?
No, I think the hell is us, Boba.
I I see.
Is there a way for me to sneak into a window up high? Are there wooden planks up above?
Absolutely, yeah. This building has been here for a long time, and there are cracks.
So Queenie looks to the rest of you, and you see a fluffy white feline woman. She has patchy fur all over. It used to be very nice, very pristine, and over the years she has lost some patches that don't exactly grow back when you are no longer living. She has an eye patch that covers one of her eyes, and she is wearing a loose linen shirt, cream-colored, with the top buttons very undone, tucked into high-waisted black trousers that are worn and patched. She has a fitted, sleeveless dark vest with brass buttons and then a cutlass belt around her waist. She lifts her eye patch to show you the very clouded over white eye and winks with it before she recovers it and crawls through the window. And as she begins to crawl up, her spine begins to curve and she begins to get bigger and more muscular as she goes into catechin form.
Ooh.
And she becomes a full beast. She will brush Sabi and Tuli with her tail on the way in flirtatiously.
And then as she crawls up, she goes in through a gap in the wooden slats onto the roof, and then her feet let go of the ceiling, but she's still attached just by the fingers using wall crawler, and then she releases and drops down. Give me a body roll to try and knock. We'll say two of them are pretty close together in the pews.
Yes, sir. My body rolls are lucky in catechin form.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a 12.
Queenie drops down, smashing two of the guys prone. The pew kind of breaks in half. And Queenie, describe how you kill one of them with a free attack.
I land atop one fully as the lower half of my body crushes the other, and I just sink my claws into him before tearing out his throat.
He doesn't even get to make a noise. You just hear that. And all of these go, oh! And they all kind of turn in that direction.
First blood.
I think Sable wants to go next.
All right.
She's going to smack Bo on the back, be like, sounds like Queenie's got the party started for us, huh? And she's gonna kick the door open. You see a 5'7" mushroom-looking type woman who has a bit, almost imagine like a very large bucket hat on their head. It's like a midnight blue. It has iridescent droplets coming off of the edges. She's wearing a midnight blue trench coat. She's got long black boots on too, with a bit of a heel that just makes her slightly even taller, so 5'9". So with those boots, she's kicking the door down.
They just turn to Queenie, huh? And then the door smashes open.
Let's give them something to pray about, shall we? And she's gonna pull the whip off of her. She has a whip on her waist and she has a dagger on her thigh, and she's gonna go ahead and pull the whip out, and she's gonna whip the closest degenerates that are next to her.
Absolutely. You see the guy who got knocked prone by Queenie looking at you in horror as the whip unfurls. Because he is prone, you will have good luck on this attack.
That's a 9.
Full success. You crack it right, and it breaks against his eye. And he goes, "Ah!"
Hope you didn't need that.
He passes out straight up from the pain and begins to bleed from the eye. Everyone is quaking in their boots right now.
Bo rises to his full height of 6'3", and he approaches the doors of the church. You see a tall elven man with long brown curly hair coming just past his shoulders. He wears a pristine white long sleeve billowing pirate blouse.
Yes.
Atop that is a crimson red leather waistcoat. And he is also wearing these leather chap pants to match. He enters the church, arms extended, T-poses and says, all of you set sail for adventure. You could leave now, but that would be too easy. And he reaches back, pulls out his 2 daggers. He spins them around in his hands and goes, dinner time is served.
Yes.
And lunges forward at the nearest living being.
The nearest ruffian is about halfway up the aisle towards the altar, so we see you lunge, and go ahead and roll that attack, please.
I'll be using the multi-attack when wielding 2 one-handed weapons. Attack twice.
Ooh.
Ooh, natural 12 for the first roll.
Let's go.
Oof. And then a natural 1 for the other.
We see Bo lunge forward in a blur of dark brown and ivory skin and this fanciful dress ruffling about. And while the crew is looking towards the door, still looking at Sable, one of the other ruffians just suddenly has the dagger in their sternum.
Easy now.
You draw the dagger up through, cracking the rib cage, and he collapses onto the ground. However, his partner, who was near him but on the other side of the aisle, comes up with his own dagger and drives it into your shoulder. But because of that crit, you manage to turn around and slice his throat with the dagger that you pull out as he collapses onto the ground.
Serves you right. This is a new shirt.
And you see like some of the moonlight kind of peering in and walking in slowly with bare feet. He has on trousers. He has the little piratey shirt. It's open and you can see kind of elvish writings all over his chest. Mm-hmm. He has a jacket attached to his shoulders, kind of held together by like a rope. You see a brown-skinned elf, about 6 foot. His hair is silver with gold adornments. Yeah. And as you see him walking forward, you can kind of smell flowers and roses. As every step he takes, you see vines and flowers start to encroach around his footsteps as he lets out a smirk, and you can see his fangs are capped in gold. And he says, Rule 2. Let no foul deed go unpunished. And with that, he takes out a rose from within his shirt, whips it out, and it kind of extends into a rose whip.
Hell
as
yeah.
he reaches forward towards the nearest enemy and kind of garrots him up over one of the rafters and kind of holds him up. So as he dangles in front of him, and he goes, I guess that means you gotta be punished. And then he takes out his dagger and slices it across his neck.
Okay, so give me a body roll for this melee attack.
That is a 9.
Full success. We see the guy get foisted up. And then the dagger slices across his throat, and you hear the blood dripping out onto the ground. Between all of you, you have killed 5 of the 6 ruffians. As the blood spills out, you suddenly hear the church doors slam shut. The last remaining measly man suddenly gags. His face instantly goes red, and his head stretches up as if trying to escape the grasp of his own neck. Inch by inch, you see him begin to float up, off of the ground, and into the air. He claws at an invisible force around his throat as you see veins begin to burst beneath the skin, spilling that sweet crimson elixir. He gasps uselessly as a grotesque bulge begins to form in his trousers.
Oh my.
A solid foot off the ground, he can hardly hear the double doors of the temple burst open dramatically once again. Shrouded in the faintest sliver of moonlight, a tall, ornately adorned, slender figure enters. Black-heeled boots click on the floor. A black cape with a red velvet interior dragging along behind him. Tight leather pants draw the eye up toward a deep maroon vest and a beautifully embellished pirate coat. Pale ivory skin topped with flowing dark hair, he looks at the pitiful, writhing thing floating in the air. The captain's red eyes soak in the carnage, and with a flick of his wrist, he causes the floating wretch to turn about, taking in his slain brethren. The creature looks pleadingly as you hear, "Behold! The bloody, gory, gold and glory of Captain Bloodbags and the Vampirates." With one flick of his finger, the grotesque bulge in the creature's pants bursts, releasing the sweet metallic tang of vile blood. The blood shoots out, forming into a seemingly solid bolt before flying back through to pierce the vagabond's heart. Captain Bloodbags drops him to the ground. He won't be using that to harm anyone ever again, as you have defeated all of the ruffians.
Damn, that went hard. Literally.
He chuckles and trails like one long, pale finger with like a nice long fingernail across your shoulders.
Bo shivers just a little bit.
Queenie will circle him, and with still, even in this form, a very nice fluffy white tail, will just brush her tail across the captain's chest lovingly.
He puts a hand to his heart as it touches your tail and it like slips through. He looks to Tulier and goes, I liked your style on that one.
I could say the same for you.
Thank you.
Always the showman.
And Sable, incredibly deadly as always.
Thank you, Captain. And Sable just like bows her head.
Let's have a look here. And Captain Bloodbags approaches the rather plain-looking chest, kicks the lid open, and takes in the sizable pile of jewelry, silverware, and other such valuable but kind of common items, like things that you might find in someone's home. If you require sustenance, enjoy it now, before it goes more rancid than it already is.
Queenie takes that as permission and begins going around to everyone's kills to try to sneak some extra blood before she is swatted away.
Tulia's gonna have one of the vines pick up the body that he killed and throw it towards Queenie. How about it?
And she catches it and will just drink as much as she can.
Queenie,
Yes.
as you catch this body and begin to drink from it, and suddenly you feel something, a twitch. You hear a rustle of the corpse's leathers, a crack, a crunch, and the body almost begins to convulse. As you drop it and kind of like raise your hackles up, it falls on the ground and lets out a... As long, coarse hairs begin to sprout from its limbs, the face begins to contort and elongate as Captain Bloodbags casually comes up and lances it with his silver rapier. It stills. Werewolf! Disgusting! And he pulls out the rapier and wipes it on a pant.
And because werewolf blood tastes disgusting, you all just hear like...
Look out, everyone. She has a blood ball.
And along with the hurking, you all hear more twitching, crunching, and growing. All 5 of the other bodies begin to contort and transform. Oh, we have to go. Captain Bloodbags dashes for the treasure chests as the werewolves begin to lift themselves up off the ground, beginning to amass in the aisle near the open doors. As you realize from the open doors, the light of the full moon streams in. What do you do? Captain Bloodbags immediately grabs the chest in one hand as if it weighs nothing, and with the other hand leaps onto the wall of the church and begins to climb up to the rafters.
Queenie will do her best to try to close those doors as fast as she can.
Since they are all blocking your way and they are actively trying to catch you guys, I'm going to say please give me a body roll to get past them.
Okay, that is an 11.
Full success, you barrel through them, get to the doors and slam them shut.
Yes.
You all see Captain Bloodbags moving like a tripod along the ceiling as he makes it about almost to the door.
I think Sable's gonna follow after the captain, and she would like to use her whip to kind of like pull her up towards the rafters.
Ooh. Give me a body roll to try and pull that off.
That's a fucking 10.
Hell yeah. Sable wraps the whip around the rafter like Indiana Jones and swings over the pit of werewolves. I imagine it like unwinds and you're kind of doing a twirl in the air, but it's the end of your turn, so you're still in the air.
Just buffering right there, yes.
Yeah, just loading. And the werewolves are reaching up, trying to claw at you, but you are just out of reach. Queenie, 2 of them are converging on you since you are at the door, so you are most in the midst of everyone.
Understood?
Those are 2 crits.
Oh no. Wait. Can I cast Ward on Queenie?
Give me a will roll.
right, that's a nat 12.
So, Queenie, you feel this first werewolf slash into your back. It tears through that tattered wing, and like the claw digs into your flesh instead of across it. That makes you hiss, and you begin to transform back into your regular feline vampire form. The catacomb form blocks one, you take one wound.
Okay.
And then as the other one goes to claw right at your face, going for your good eye, you see this semi-translucent barrier pop up in front of you in the shape of one large spectral thorned vine. And the werewolf's claw bounces right off it, saving you from going down.
On a critical success, it damages the attacker.
Oh, hell yeah. You see 2 damage gets redirected to that werewolf as the claw gets stuck, and you see that spectral thorn pierce through its paw. As it takes that damage, and Queenie, you see he is wide open for an attack.
First, Queenie will blow a kiss at Tulier for the help, and then she, being back in her regular form, will pull out her short sword to make a quick retaliation attack with riposte.
Go for it.
That is a 9.
Full success as you slash at it. The cutlass actually gets caught in its big, beefy werewolf shoulder. You see this dark blood begin to spill out. It is not dead, but it looks on the verge of it.
Bleed, you bastard!
Tulia's gonna snap his fingers, and 2 giant, like, mutated Venus flytraps with, like, teeth and everything come out, and they chop down on 2 of the werewolves to try to trap them. So I use my Swarmer ability.
Hell yeah, roll will.
Unnatural 12.
This temple is in a bit of disrepair. There are some cracks in like the tiled floor, and you see these small little, they look like weeds, begin to grow out, but they grow very long and then begin to grow thicker, almost cracking the ground more as these Venus flytraps sprout rapidly and each restrain one of the werewolves, and then like once it has it in its maws, slams them up against the walls of the temple, and more leaves begin to grow out, almost enwrapping them like in a spider's web, so that they are stuck there. The way forward is much, much clearer.
So Bo will turn to the nearest werewolf and will look it in the eye and will say, "You're getting quite sleepy, you know. You've worked so hard all day pillaging villages and doing dastardly deeds. You're desperate for a little bit of sleep, aren't you? You just want to rest your head. That's what you want to do right now." As I attempt to mesmerize it.
Please roll will.
That's a 7.
Mixed success. You begin to focus on the werewolf closest to you, kind of alone. A lot of them had buddied up. This one was on his own. You begin to hypnotize him. He goes... He kind of like forces himself to wake up, and you see he like scampers away from you. Then you turn your head to the left and you notice that one of the Venus flytrap wolves is asleep, which means he will not even attempt to escape so long as he remains asleep.
Nice.
Okay, well...
Some beings are more prone to hypnosis than others, Boba dear.
Yes.
Next, the awake Venus flytrapped wolf will begin to tear and like pull itself out, and he falls onto the ground, but the plant collapses on top of him, and he will have to spend another turn still picking himself up before he can actually act. And then the one remaining, the one that you tried to hypnotize, unfortunately that is a crit as he runs up and just claws first slashes across your chest. But it is a new turn, and you guys have nearly done it as the captain is going to try something. You see the captain finishes crawling to the entrance of the church, falls down, kicks open the door, and suddenly his voice begins to boom. He goes, "You want your toys, little dogs? Then fetch." and he suddenly begins to glow unnaturally, illuminating his rapidly retreating form as he heads off with the chest overhead into the mangroves away from Baker's Bay, which is where your ship is docked. You see with that, he actually manages to draw in 2 of the 3 remaining awake werewolves. The only one left is the one that is currently plastered under the plants. So theoretically, the way out is clear.
So the one that my cutlass was stuck into, he pulls himself off of it to run after?
He does, and you see one of those wounds close up.
Damn. Queenie will swipe her cutlass expertly to try to get the disgusting doggy blood off of it. Queenie will begin to run towards the ship, but will keep her ears peeled in case the captain calls for her.
Okay?
Then I will go ahead and hightail it out of there.
Okay, we see Bo escape. There is nothing the werewolves could do because this guy is still trying to throw the giant massive vines off of him.
Sable, after loading for so long, I think will join Queenie and Bo in heading back towards the ship.
Very good.
Tulier's gonna pull out his dagger and is gonna run his finger across the flat side of it and transmute it into silver.
Holy shit, dude. Okay, give me will. That's sick.
That is 10.
That is how you play Mischief, dog.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
you have a silver dagger. You are the only one left in the arena of battle. So a new turn begins as you see the werewolf throws the remaining vines off. Goes.
So I'm just gonna look back and I'm just gonna say, no job undone. And I'm gonna try to shiv him directly into his skull.
Absolutely. Please roll that melee attack.
9.
Full success because he is weak. That deals critical damage.
Oh, let's go.
He growls at you, and before he even has time to process it, you flash in front of him and drive that silver dagger into him. He is still up, so he extends his claws and is going to try to strike you, and fails as you put up a hand and grab his wrist. It is now your turn again.
You filthy, disgusting beast. Go back where you came from. And I'm gonna slice across his neck.
Okay, give me another attack.
That's a 7.
Mixed success. He hears that and kind of pushes off of you. You're so focused on holding back his clawed hand that's trying to get at you that you don't see his bite coming as he bites into your shoulder with long werewolf teeth, dealing 1 damage, but you then take that silver dagger and drive it straight into his neck. And you hear that? You pull the dagger out, and he flops onto the floor. The last werewolf sleeping soundly in the Venus flytrap.
And I'm gonna flick the blood off of Blade. It's disgusting. And I'm gonna resheath it and I'm just gonna walk back out the church.
Absolutely. You walk out to see the last of the wolves trailing into the mangrove forest. You can't see Captain Bloodbags, but you know there's a glow from within the trees. And off to your left, you see the rest of your party retreating, presumably towards the ship.
All right, I'm gonna look up to the moon, take a big breath of air, and just take a nice little straw. I'm gonna just whistle while walking down the street.
Hell yeah. Now, the other 3 of you are pretty close in line running towards the ship. Queenie, you'll see this first, but all 3 of you see it, and Tulier, you will see it not long after. As you near the pillaged village of Baker's Bay, you hear that eerie stillness, the sound of the absence of life. Now within line of sight is your ship, the Sea's Ire, and you think you can make out Lockley Vane, the crew's human familiar, pacing aboard the deck. However, you then hear a piercing scream from somewhere in the village.
Wait.
Followed by 2 low, echoing roars.
Fuck me. There are more deeds to be punished. And she turns around and begins running towards the scream.
Tulier, you catch up with the crew as you hear the tail end of the roar more than anything, and you see them begin running off. You know, Captain Bloodbags has 3 rules. Number 2, sings in your head. Let no foul deed go unpunished. But
also remember number 3. I'm gonna grab my whip and I'm gonna wrap it around Queenie and goes, Rule 3. Do not die. There is work to be done. Remember, dear, we are pirates. These people are none of our concern.
And she will let the whip pull her to kind of be in his arms and straddle him, and will let him carry her back to the ship.
He's gonna caress her head, and at the same time, his hand's gonna glow and use my font of life to give her a heal.
Ooh, roll will.
It's an unnatural 12.
Queenie, you heal back to your full glory.
She will kiss you on the cheek and just purr as you carry her back to the ship.
Oh.
We will continue.
You all head over, I guess, to Lier. You kind of signal to Lockley aboard the ship, and you see him begin to steer in your direction. You guys hear the screams and the low roars, much heavier, much bigger than the yelps out of the werewolves in the cathedral. It's a bit painful to listen to, but you do have 2 rules in conflict. Eventually, you see Lockley show up, and he goes, "Hey, guys! Hey! Climb aboard!"
Lockley, darling.
He kicks over the rope ladder and brings the ship as close to the shore as he can, because as you guys remember very clearly, running water does harm you as vampires. And you even see the ship almost floats out of the water more than it should so that it can get closer.
Right.
As you guys come aboard, you see Lockley waiting at the rope. You guys are incredibly strong. You do not need help, but he always stands there and grabs you and helps pull you aboard. As he pulls you up, Sable, he starts talking to you so that as he pulls up Bo, he's not looking at him, but he does still pull you up. And so looking away from Bo, he looks at Sable and he goes, "How'd it go?"
Well, we made it back in one piece, more or less, so I would say it was pretty successful.
Where's Captain Bloodbags?
Speaking of which, I need you to send up a signal flare.
Oh, yeah, yeah, sure, what's wrong? And you see, he's talking to you guys, looking at you, but he runs to, a barrel and starts, digging through things. You see, he tosses out, salted fish and shit, and he's like, yeah, here it is. Puts everything back in the barrel and goes, "Now?"
Yes, now.
Okay. He lights the flare and begins waving it. "Is everything okay? What's going on?"
It's fine. We're just telling Captain to come back.
Okay.
It was bad doggy blood, Lockley. I will need some blood this night, if you please.
Okay, let's get the captain first. And you see he runs over to the wheel and begins trying to... He goes, "I saw a glowing thing. Was that him?"
Yes.
Probably.
And you guys begin to navigate in the direction of the mangrove forest. Lockley kind of waving. Honestly, he's kind of doing everything. He's trying to navigate. He's waving the flare. He's adjusting the sails.
Queenie will see this and will kiss Thule once more before hopping off and getting on the net to be a lookout.
And as you hop on board, it's not very hard for you to spot Captain Bloodbags. You navigate towards him. It's a little bit slow. And you see he's kind of running around, zigzagging through the mangroves. And as you guys get closer, you realize that he has seen you because you see that light just kind of beelining, coming a lot closer. You hear that... coming out of the mangrove forest. But as you near, suddenly you see the sails pick up. But the wind does not justify how much the sails are billowing. As they come closer and faster, you see Captain Bloodbags running out of the mangroves. He's kind of jumping off the trees like Mario style, because as you get closer to the water, there's less and less silt and dirt and sand. And then you see him in slow motion, Sable style, leaps out of the forest.
And Queenie will hold out her hand to catch him from the net.
He is way too far.
Fair enough.
He is not going to make the ship. And then you see him teleport, basically, in a puff, in a blur, just much closer to the ship. And he actually appears behind you, Queenie, grabs you by the waist.
Oh,
you spin around.
My goodness.
Oh, very good. Let's go. And as he stands on the center deck, you see the ropes suddenly start to begin to move of their own accord. The sail tilts, and you guys begin to sail out of the bay.
Being in his arms, Queenie goes, "Be still my heart, were it still beating."
Control yourself, cat. And he kind of lets you go.
And she brushes him with her tail and will laugh at that.
He will grab your tail and bite it, but playfully,
control yourself, Captain. My goodness.
I will do what I wish. And he lets go and then tosses the chest onto the deck. He's holding it in one hand like it's a grocery bag. And as it like slams on the deck, you realize how heavy it is.
Oh my.
But with your loot in tow and the full moon in the sky, you make your escape from the wolf-infested bay.
To my beloved patrons, it is I, Captain Bloodbags, writing to you fresh off our conquest at Baker's Bay. Our foes proved more challenging than I expected, but rest assured, all is going to plan. The Vampirates and I are on course, but the seas can be a dark and lonely place. The Vampirates and I, we do what we can to entertain ourselves, but sometimes I long for something extra, something bonus. A glimpse behind the scenes of my favorite podcast. Perhaps with After the Drimbus, the After the Show by the creators of my favorite podcast, Dungeons and Drimbus, that gives you a glimpse into the making of the show after every session. I have no reception out at sea, but I imagine if I could listen to this most divine treasure, it would sound something like this.
For the listeners at home, I didn't tell anyone what the captain's name was because I settled on Captain Bloodbags, and I was like, I might get some laughs, so I need to keep it a secret until he shows
and
up.
now I just need
So
to
good.
think of a cute nickname, because I had a nickname for everybody, but I didn't know the captain's name, but also just calling him Captain fits too.
Yeah.
To be fair, he was holding that captain name, and I'm thinking like we're gonna walk and it's gonna be like Davy Jones, or it'll be like
Yeah,
a callback to
something
another
like that.
Drimbus season.
Yeah. Malachi, like...
I like he's gonna start selling fucking CDs.
I don't know. Part of me was like,
Mixtapes.
maybe. I don't know.
You never know.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, for the listeners, this is the opening narration, but yeah, this is as far as like the fantasy timeline of the Drimbus world goes, this is now the earliest in the timeline. So we are a couple thousand years before Deliverance.
Hear that, Bridge?
Bridge.
But these are foolish fancies of mine. Perhaps if such a wondrous show did exist, you could find it at patreon.com/Drimbus, where you could listen to hours upon hours of bonus content, get access to exclusive patron merch, and perhaps even have a little bit of Discord with all my wonderful, beloved patrons. Jerry Benetatos, Queso Loco, Greta and Binet, Alex Gapes My Ass, Ace Andrews, Regina Russell, Sam Olivos, Jordan Cobb, The Unnamed Rogue, NB Star, Doubtful Guest, Michael Richters, Davis Walden, Denny Dudrop, Mick Mouse, Kelly Wolf, Brandon M. Bishop, Bridge, Twiglets, Joanna, Stan Sitzman, Scrambles the Death Dealer, Erin Adams, Nathan Mesnard, Rue Thanatos, Melissa Rain, Sensational, Butts Plenty, Normally Me, Dane Kolhoff, Lune, Faust, the Heavenly Demonic Monster, David Carlton, Tracy Baby, Elastic Band, Hude Gang Ship, Luke Vermin, MV Car, Vico Cocorico, Mary Wig, Alyssa Baron, Jan, Scottish Alpaca, Kiara Bouye, Wayward Scientist, Chibs 1012, Kyle D, Shane Coffey, Donny Doster, Connor Canfield, Marco Moraes, Shadow Wolf, Tabitha, and Cardboard. Until next time, my beloved patrons.
Your ship is a sloop, large for a sloop, but still modestly sized. Her maneuverability is absolutely unmatched, though, and she speeds away faster than the night's breeze should allow. The Sea's Ire is Captain Bloodbags' coffin.
Oh,
wow.
That's a big-ass coffin.
It's not shaped like a coffin, but basically each of you have a coffin in the hold where you guys rest.
Yeah.
He does not have one. The ship is his coffin. So when he's on the ship with his dirt, he heals and rests in just the regular captain's quarters. Also, he can pilot any one station of the ship from anywhere.
That's cool.
All of you remain alert for the first hour or so, ensuring nothing goes awry, ensuring no one is following you, as the Sea's Ire quickly leaves the opal coast on the horizon. It is pure midnight now, and the sea is calm. As the captain gets to work in his quarters, and you all begin to go about your business, where do we find each of you?
Queenie just slinks towards where Tuli is and will say, Tuli, will you play me a song, please?
Okay. Well, Tuli kind of likes to hang out in his area, which is kind of like a little grove full of like plants, and he likes to sit on like a giant like leaf that extends out almost like a little hammock, and he'll sit up there and he'll fashion a violin out of just like vines and some strings together. And he'll slowly play his violin into the moonlight.
And she will just lay against him as he plays. And if Sable is around and he plays a more lively tune, she will dance with her.
If Sable is around, Talia will look at Sable and then just like grin and start playing a little faster to kind of egg her on.
And Queenie will get up and kind of twirl towards her and hold out her hand and say, dance with me, my love.
And you've got Sable sitting on the deck, writing in a journal. She just like looks up at you. And then she looks back down and she continues writing.
And then Queenie will just dance around her and put her tail like on the book and brush her pen much like an actual cat would. And like and just continue kind of playfully messing with her until she gives her attention.
Insatiable, are you?
Yes, it is true.
And with that, she'll put down her journal and she'll get up and she'll dance with Queenie.
Yay.
As the two of you dance and the beautiful violin music plays out, Bo, where do we find you?
Bo is off to the side. He has a bit of parchment, a quill, and an ink pot, and he is drafting poetry off to the side.
As you're drafting poetry, the music kind of flowing on the ship, Lockley comes up near you and begins to polish one of the cannons. And he goes, are you okay?
Oh, yes, I'm all right. Werewolves, just dreadful to deal with, but, yes, I'm okay. Are you okay?
He just kind of gives you a look like, yes, I am well. I suppose it's a good thing you came back fine.
Yes, isn't it? Yes.
I keep telling you should just stick to the poetry.
Oh, yes.
I know, it is certainly my preferred method, and I'm working on the combat stuff. I am. Luckily, I know it. Well, never mind. I'll just get back to it.
It's all right. He kind of like finishes polishing the cannon that definitely didn't need polishing and was just like, if you need a top up or if anyone needs food, I had some sardines earlier, so I'm good for it. Yeah, I'll just be hanging out.
I should be fine. Thank you.
Okay. And he'll just kind of go and keep swabbing the deck and tidying about. Tulier, you hear the captain call for you.
Tulier, I need you.
Duty calls.
Understandable. Queenie will kiss Sable's hand and will say, thank you for the dance. You may go back to your writing. And then we'll go to Tuli and kiss him on the cheek and say, and thank you for the music.
Of course. I'm going to walk towards the captain.
Yeah, you walk down, so you're on the main deck, you walk down the 3 or 4 steps into kind of like the captain's quarters planning area. In the captain's quarters, you see all the loot separated out into neat piles. The gems, the gold, the silver. You can immediately tell it won't be a huge haul, but it certainly won't be a small one. And Captain Bloodbags looks up to you, his cape off now, his shirt like billowing open so you can see the ivory skin, and goes, "So, Dulier, what are you thinking?"
What am I thinking? You sent us into a town full of werewolves.
I certainly did. Did you not think the bounty was worth the risk?
Clearly not. I mean, we got a bunch of uncommon jewelry. In exchange, Queenie almost bit the bucket.
You think so little of me, my first mate. There is one other thing.
Oh?
The real treasure in my eyes.
He pulls out a parchment and spreads it out on his now cramped desk. It's a map.
Wow.
I had my suspicions, based on some of the counsel you gave me after our last take. They weren't just pillaging at random. Those bastards had a bigger prize in mind. And now, we've stolen the prize from right under their filthy wet noses.
Well.
He shows you the map and says,
The
You hear Lockley screaming from on deck, and the captain blurs away instantly to check on the crew. The map folded up.
This is irrelevant without the captain here. I'm just gonna follow the captain.
Okay. Up on the deck, we see the sea's ire sailing with ease, until Lockley suddenly collapses onto the deck, seemingly tackled. He writhes about as he struggles with a fish? It's a dazzling gray fish with vibrant, almost glowing streaks of blue and green between its scales. Get it off! Get it off! Only, that's no ordinary fish. That is a baby blink shark.
Oh.
The captain appears on deck as suddenly other sharks blink on or across the deck. Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
Tulier, as you follow the captain onto the deck, he's a fair bit faster than you.
He's way faster.
You go up the stairs and woof, a blink shark suddenly blinks right in front of you.
Now I want to ward that.
Okay, go ahead and roll, Will.
10.
Full success. You see it come flying right at your face, and you lift up your arms, and then woof, that thorny vine appears again. It bites the thorn, and then just kind of flops onto the deck.
What the hell is going on here?
Blink sharks! Everyone to your stations!
The captain again vanishes and appears in front of the wheel.
Queenie will be on the lookout, but first, she would like to try using her expertise in fencing to help Lockley by slicing the fish swiftly into a way that it can be prepared for a meal for him.
Okay, give me that attack.
Okay.
Okay.
I crit fail.
Oh no.
You go to strike at the baby blink shark on Lockley, and one of them blinks around your head. Like a hat, almost.
What the fuck? It's dark in here, I can't see!
You are going to take damage from that.
Okay.
Oh no.
Sable, watching what happened, wants to try and just use her whip to wrap around the blink shark that's now on Queenie. I'm sorry.
I on Queenie, I am in the blink shark.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes.
Sable wants to use her whip to try and get Queenie out of the blink shark.
Okay, go ahead and use that.
Ooh, another 10.
You wrap it around the tail and pull it off. You see some of the teeth leave scrape marks on Queenie's forehead, but as you slam it against the deck, it stills as you hear its vertebra crack.
Nice.
Queenie looks to Sable, and now she has just these teeth marks on her forehead that are oozing coagulated dead blood, and she's like, "Is it bad?"
No, you look great.
Oh, thank you.
You now see the one blink shark that Lockley is still wrestling.
Oh, right.
The dead blink shark on the deck. The blink shark that tried to attack Tulier also on the deck. And then on either side of the ship. So on the left side, you see 3 blink sharks, almost dolphin swimming along the side of the ship, and 2 on the right side. As one of the ones from the left side is going to On one of its leaps, it smells the blood that's been drawn from Queenie.
Oh, no.
Its eyes kind of roll over and is going to try and blink at you again.
God damn it.
It disappears, and then it blinks with a crit.
Am I in its head again?
It latches onto your face
What the fuck?
and deals 2 damage.
Oh no.
Queenie's down to a fucking shark. A baby one at that.
You see Queenie collapse on the deck.
Sable, can you carry me to bed?
Oh no.
She collapses, and you see the captain is very displeased with this. And as he stands in front of the wheel, he turns a foot, and the cannon on the left side turns to take aim. With a crit, the cannonballs fire of their own accord, one of them obliterating the 2 remaining baby blink sharks on the left side of the ship.
And then how many were on the right?
There are now 2 on the right and none on the left, 3 on deck.
Okay. So Bo is going to rush over to the cannon on the right, aka starboard side of the ship, and is going to attempt to fire off the cannon.
Give me a mind roll, please.
Remember rule number 3, Queenie. Rule number 3.
She can't hear you, but if she could, she would call you a bastard because she's in pain, boba.
That is an 8.
A mixed success. You aim and managed to obliterate one of the blink sharks that jumps out of the water and got right in front of the cannon.
Oh, good.
However, the other blink shark disappears.
Damn.
And appears next to you as if it was going to bite you, but instead just flops onto the ground.
Oh, you silly thing. You don't startle me that way.
Queenie, please give me a death roll.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
damn it.
That is a natural 12.
Queenie, erase 1 wound as that taunting pushes you up. And you see the captain had been eyes down, Peter Capaldi angry attack eyebrows, staring at the sharks, and was giving you the side eye. And as you pick yourself up, you see a small smirk appear on his face.
And Bo, you cannot hear her because again, she still has the shark on her face, but you just hear from within the shark.
However, at this point, Sable, you are on the deck. You've just sliced this blink shark. You see more and more. There are now 1, 2, 3, 4 flopping about on different points on the deck. And suddenly, you feel a massive maw clamp down on your midsection as a full-grown blink shark bites you.
Oh no.
You get the sense that mommy is here.
Oh wait, I can't see anything, so...
Sable, are you okay?
Yes, just fine. And with that, she's going to unsheath the dagger that's in her thigh, and she's going to stab at Big Mama.
Oh yeah.
Big Mama decided to chomp at her midsection.
Give me the roll.
That's an 11.
It's an 11 after modifiers?
Yes.
So was it a 12? Was it a natural?
It was an, yes.
Okay, if it's natural, it's still a crit no matter what.
Then it was an
Sable, describe how you drive the dagger into Mama Shark for 2 damage.
She drives it straight into one of her eyes and just starts twisting.
Yeah, you hear that wet as it twists into the eye, and this rich, bluish, speckled with green blood begins to pour out of it. As you know that blink sharks, being magical creatures, have very source-rich blood.
Ooh, I want to drink it.
One of the baby blink sharks is going to act.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, Queenie, it is going to be going for you.
No, because let me do something. I just woke up. The captain is going to be so mad at me.
Okay, Queenie, you can act, but 2 blink sharks will act after you.
That's fair enough. I'm going to turn into a catechin, and I'm going to try to get this thing off of me by basically my neck and head thickening so much it cannot keep its mouth around my head.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, we see Queenie once again begin to transform into this full beast form, basically.
And I would like to just try to get it off my head.
Give me an unarmed attack.
So then that will be lucky, but then because I have 2 wounds, it is unlucky, so it is flat. Hey, that is a 10.
Full success as you tear this baby blink shark apart. You rip it open into two halves like a perfect anatomical diagram. You stick those claws into its giant jaws and just tear it in two. It flops onto the deck. There are now 3 baby blink sharks still on board, 1 big full-grown blink shark. 2 of the babies are going to act.
Okay.
And because of feeding frenzy, they will have luck on damaged creatures.
Oh no.
First one is a 9, full success, Queenie. It goes for your throat.
But I have natural armor now, so it's little baby shark teeth can't pierce my skin.
So it gets blocked, and then...
And I have riposte.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey.
7.
You slice what remains of the small blink shark, but as it collapses under the weight, its teeth sink in and drag across you, dealing 1 damage.
And Sable, with Big Mama Shark in your back, and you're so excited that Queenie is up again, and so was Queenie, and Queenie's in her catechin form, which is usually really tough. The baby shark's teeth just drag down her chest, and as the coagulated blood come out, because she's not as smart in this form, you just hear a very, unintelligent, fuck, in beastly voice as she collapses again. The captain will be so mad at me.
Queenie's down bad.
His eyebrows furrow again. Sable, however, since Mama Shark has drawn some blood out of you, one of the other baby sharks is going to go for you.
Oh, that's stupid.
Full success as it latches onto your bicep.
Oh, delicious. I really hope you enjoy that. Well, after being chomped on the midsection, chomped on the bicep, these are going to look really sick. She's going to pull out her dagger real quick and just lick off the whatever blood is from Big Mama.
Yeah, it tingles on your tongue.
Fantastic. Sable wants to, at least for the one that's on her bicep, smack it against one of the masts.
Okay, so improvised attack then.
All right, that's a 6.
Mixed success. So I'm going to say that you take the small shark that is bit onto your bicep. The large shark is flopping on the deck. This is like a small great white, basically. Like a juvenile great white. And you just as this necrotic blood just slops out of you, you take these steps towards the mast, and then because it's on your bicep, it looks more like you're gonna punch the mast, but you just go wide and smack it against the wood, and it goes limp. As this happens, the mother crunches down, kind of opens her jaws and closes again, and will hit you for 1 more damage.
Oh, thank you so much, Mommy. Thank you.
At this point, Captain Bloodbags is very displeased. Without touching the wheel, it begins to turn suddenly, very sharply. And the deck begins to kind of go sideways almost, as he is going to attempt to force these blink sharks off of the deck.
I like that.
That is a critical success as play. The blink shark actually hits the mast, its jaws open, she falls off of you, Sable, and the baby kind of tries to blink to stay on the ship, but then the ship levels out and it blinks too far and goes off the left side into the water. Man your stations, we've killed enough!
I'm going to attempt to cast an illusion in the water to appear like a giant shadow of what could possibly be a kraken or some kind of sea monster to try to scare them away from the ship.
This is going to be a big illusion, so you're going to have to make it with bad luck, but I'll allow it.
All my spells are good luck, so I guess this is natural.
Yep.
Let's go an 11 plus 2, 13.
Critical success.
I'm also going to give it a sound.
Ooh. You see the captain picks up speed. Luckily, now that the blink shark is off of him, is manning the sails to help catch the wind as the captain steers. You all begin to speed away from the blink sharks. You see them still giving chase. And then all of a sudden, it's night, so the water's already dark, but the moonlight kind of gives it this beautiful, deep, vibrant blue color. And all of a sudden, you see this just absolute abyss stretch out from the ship, like a shadow growing, and you hear a... as the blink sharks are kind of blinking in and out, They stop and swim in the water for a second, and as one of the shadowy tentacles kind of heads in their directions, you see just the fins sticking out from the water. You see them blinking away from the ship, out into more open, clear waters, as you successfully evade the blink sharks with 3 valuable baby blink shark carcasses on board.
Yes.
Queenie, please give me a death roll.
Yes, sir. That is a 10.
You are stable.
Oh my goodness.
And no trauma. You are just kind of out of it on the deck, unconscious. And you see Lockley runs over to you and he goes, Queenie, here. And he like puts his forearm onto your mouth and kind of like helps you bite.
And she had reverted back into regular Queenie form when she went unconscious. And as she wakes up, you see she just like grabs his arm and kind of begins taking like way too much. Like Sable sees her like very much like a cat as Lockley tries to take his arm away. She's like facing the opposite direction so that he like cannot.
That's a lot. You see him going like a little bit pale.
All right.
I'm gonna use Swarmer to pick Queenie up.
You pick her up by like the scruff of her neck and she's like pawing at him, like trying to get more. And then she sees the blue glistening blood of the baby blink shark and she's like, wait, I want some of that one.
Yes, have your fill, and be sure to preserve the carcasses. They will fetch a nice price at our next port of call.
And Queenie is kind of evading the captain's eye because she is rather embarrassed that she went down twice.
You came dangerously close there, Cat.
Yes, Captain.
There is work to be done, yes?
Yes, Captain.
Very good.
You see Lockley quickly gets to like helping you guys butcher the blink sharks and like preparing the fillets, trying to preserve whatever blood doesn't get drunk up.
Once Thule lets Queenie down,
I am the dropper.
she is going to, honestly, very much like a house cat, just begin sneaking pieces that Lockley is preparing to try. And she will drink the blood.
And as all of you set about your work and the ship continues sailing, Captain Bloodbags calls out,
Attention, everyone! Your first mate and I have wondrous news.
And he kind of takes center stage on the deck and goes,
Your hard work today has paid off. We've amassed a nice little hoard of treasure. But that is not all.
He pulls a parchment from within his coat and unfurls it, revealing a map.
I suspected those rogue wolves were after a bigger score. And they certainly were. If our research is to be believed, we have our next course. Captain Bloodbags and the Vampirates will be plundering the unholy grail. This has been Blood and Booty, a nautical actual play adventure of Vampirates. Blood and Booty features the vocal talents of Amanda Fernandez Acosta as Sable, Hannah Schooner as Queenie, Michael Pisone as Bo, and TJ Berry as Tulier. The rest of the world is voiced by your BG, Giancarlo Herrera, with editing by Giancarlo Herrera and Hannah Schooner, and sound design by Giancarlo Herrera. Blood and Booty is played on the free Mischief TTRPG with the Vampirism and Pirate expansions, available at mischiefrpg.com. If you'd like to support the show, consider signing up for the Patreon at patreon.com/Drimbus, where you can get access to exclusive bonus content, patron merch, Drimbus TTRPGs, the Patron Discord, and more. Thank you all so much for listening, and we will see you all next week.